Here we have yet another fast Audi, but what is it that makes this rapid limousine so special? That question is best answered with a quick test. Sit yourself in the new Audi S8 Plus's driving seat, start the 4.0-liter bi-turbo V8 and select Drive. Next shout Ready, Steady, Go, plant your foot to the floor and begin counting the seconds. 1, 2, 3 and a bit, and boom, that's 62 miles per hour, right there. To be scientific about it, the exact time is 3.8 seconds, which ladies and gents, makes it the fastest accelerating limo you can buy. We once described the standard S8's potency in the realms of lunacy, for it's no sloth, not with 513 bhp. But somehow that wasn't enough for the chaps at Ingolstadt, or Audi's Neckarsulm plant, where the S8 is built, and I think you have to admire delusion on such an epic scale. Don't think they've thrown in another piffling 10 bhp as a marketing ploy to lever a few extra sovereigns out of perennially late plutocrats. The Plus adds a hefty 84 bhp, with peak torque boosted to 516 pounds-feet, or 553 pounds-feet if you count the overboost function. It's a feat achieved by remapping the engine to increase boost pressure and stretching the rev limiter by 200 revolutions per minute. To cope with the extra stress, there's been some beefing up of the internals, including stronger head gaskets and modified exhaust valves. Fundamentally the drivetrain remains the same. The engine's mighty output is distributed to all four wheels through an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic gearbox. From there, and under normal circumstances, a central differential sends 40% of the drive to the front axle and 60% to the rear, where it's divided once more by an electronic limited slip diff. But, if needs be, up to 100% of the drive can go to the rear. As the standard S8 has been known to cook its brakes when driven hard, we opt for the dynamic pack. It includes fade-resisting 19 inches carbon ceramic brake discs and swaps the 155 miles per hour limiter for one that pegs things at 189 miles per hour instead. The result is brutal acceleration accompanied by a gloriously deep baritone rumble from the quad tailpipes, which for S8 Plus spotters, are painted black instead of the standard car's chrome. One Audi engineer told me this car should crack 200 miles per hour with no restrictor, and they'd only limited it because of the tires, or perhaps to spare the blushes of the Bentley Flying Spur. Judging by the phenomenal rate at which the S8 Plus keeps pulling, even when it's already at mammoth speeds on the restricted autobahn, I feel no reason to doubt the claim. In these situations I found dynamic mode works best. It stiffens the suspension and helps keep the big Audi planted even as you motor past trundling HGVs. It also weights up the dynamic steering, which otherwise feels a bit insubstantial, albeit quick. Our test route didn't take in many twisty roads, but preliminary analysis indicates that for its size, the S8 is pretty wieldy. Traction is epic and it manages to resist rolling much on its uprated air springs, even as you pile on more cornering speeds and lateral G. However, all this agility isn't at the expense of the S8's other role as a cosseting chariot for the well-heeled. Yes, it has smoother riding piers, but switch to the softer comfort mode and it floats along without much fuss, even on the standard 21 inches rims. Whether it's because of the trick noise-canceling software or layers of old-school sound deadening, the road and wind noise never startle, even at very startling three-figure speeds. If you've had a particularly stressful day, you can ensconce yourself in the big, quilted leather seats with contrasting red piping and stitching. You may choose to unwind further with the massage feature, or maybe fire up the Bang & Olufsen stereo, both of which are on the options list. Whatever your pleasure, you can bask in the glory of one of the most solidly built interiors that money can buy. So, should you buy one of these super limos? Well, you may think it's pointless, bonkers and unnecessary, and to be honest you're probably right. Perhaps a more fitting question is, do I want one? Well, I do, very much as it happens. The S8 Plus made me smile. A lot. Audi S8 Plus price £97,700, engine 8 cylinders, 3993 cc, twin turbocharged, petrol, Power 597 bhp at 6,100 to 6,800 revolutions per minute. Torque 553 pounds-feet at 2,500 to 5,500 revolutions per minute. On overboost, 0 to 62 miles per hour 3.8 seconds. Top speed 189 miles per hour. Gearbox 8-speed automatic. Curb weight 2,065 kilograms. Economy 28.2 miles per gallon. Combined CO2 231 grams/km, 37%.